Hi everybody, it's Lori Bradley and I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri, and it is Sunday, October 27th. I can't believe that it's the 27th already, and we have just a few more days of 31 projects in 31 days. If you have been watching all along, thank you so much. I so appreciate your views, your likes, your shares. Every little bit of things like that that you do helps me in my little business. So today we are going to do some more embossing. I promised that from yesterday or last night when I did last night's video, and we're gonna, because all the stuff's on my kitchen cabinet and I should just leave it. If you're wondering, I should just point out, if you're wondering back there, I don't know if I can zoom in. I don't have any Christmas trees up, but we have some Halloween trees. So if you, so I don't want you to think I'm completely crazy. Just close. It's my husband's tree. Anyway, we are doing Christmas again today, and I'm using the Sweetest Star bundle, and it's another one of those that at the very beginning I thought, oh, I don't know, I don't really like this, and now that I've used it, I think, oh my goodness, it is so cute. And so we are going to make some gingerbread men today. So let's get going. I'll flip you around here so you can see our card for today. There it is. We've got gingerbread men, and we are going to emboss them. Let me get my computer set up. There we go. We're going to emboss these gingerbread men, and pecan pie cardstock is the perfect color for little gingerbread men. So if you're a gingerbread fan, the stamp has a gingerbread man, Mrs. Claus, and Santa. I used Mrs. Claus on a different day. I don't remember the exact on which day it was, but you can go back and look on my videos for Sweetest Star, and you'll be able to see what day that is. And so today we're using the gingerbread man, and I'm also using the Take a Bow designer series paper. Normally it's Take a Bow, but this one makes bows. It's a bow bundle and it makes bows. I need to make a bow so I can show you, but it's just fun red and green, real red, garden green, granny apple green, just fun patterns, and white, of course. And I'm always a sucker for polka dots. So, all right, let me see. I think there's 4 patterns. 1, 2, 3. I think I showed you all. Okay, so today we're going to use the peppermint stripe, and I'm going to sneeze. Sneeze, bless me. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's make some gingerbread. I have my pecan pie card base. That's going to be our card base color. It's the same color as our gingerbread men. Hold that. I'm going to... Oh my goodness, I'm not sure why I'm so sneezy all of a sudden. My dad always sneezed like 15 times in a row, and I've started to do that more myself, so I'm not sure why that is. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue down my designer series paper. This one's pretty simple. I'm getting all my base pieces ready. Got my designer series paper. Maybe that's the one I didn't show. The leaves on the back. That's the one I didn't show. Okay, so I have just a little red border around my designer series paper. It's just a narrow little border. And then I can go ahead and I can attach that to my card base. The exciting stuff will be the other layers, not just the designer series paper. Okay. Already looks like gingerbread. Okay, now let's make some gingerbread. I have a half sheet of pecan pie, and yesterday we embossed. If you have not done embossing, we are going to use the Wow, the Bright White Embossing Powder. Again today, yesterday we made words. Let me show you those really quick. We did the embossing of the words. Today I'm going to use these for gingerbread, because the icing on gingerbread men is white, right? Okay, now we are going to use our embossing buddy, and the embossing buddy just gets rid of the static that's built up on your paper, and so that way all your powder sticks to where you want it to, and it doesn't stick all over your paper, because once you get it on there, it is hard to get off. I still haven't ordered my new Versamark ink pad, but we're gonna ink up our gingerbread guy, and we need 3 of them. We're gonna put 3 on our card. So I'm gonna try to do that quickly so that the ink still is goopy enough to hold the embossing powder. So we're gonna do our 3 gingerbread men. And they're already so cute. Okay, now we have our gingerbread. I'm gonna take my white embossing powder, and I've got my Powder Pal tray, and I'm just gonna pour my embossing powder right over the top. Make sure I cover the whole thing, each of the things, because we want the embossing powder to cover that Versamark ink. And then I'm gonna shake it off into the tray. If you don't have one of these fancy trays, it's not a big deal. Okay, I need some more on their little heads. I didn't quite get it all on the top. Okay, it's a thin line, so I just want to make sure I cover it. Okay, and then turn it over and flick it like that, and that gets it off the back. If it's still on there a little bit, you can blow it off. Just don't blow it over the powder tray. Yeah, ask me how I learned that. Okay. I almost knocked it off. Let's put some lids on. Oh, let me show you how to remove that. So there, the tray has a little stopper, and it is like a funnel, and you can just funnel that powder right back into your tray. If you want to use black next, then it's just as easy. Just rinse your tray out, let it dry, and then you can use a different color, the gold, the silver, the clear, and that way your powders don't get mixed. Okay, now, like I started to say, if you don't have one of these, you could just use a small sandwich container. You could use a little Rubbermaid, whatever you have in your kitchen should work for you. Just a little container to hold the powder. Okay, now we're gonna cook this, and I've got a big enough piece that I can actually hold the paper today. I'm gonna hold it like this, and I'm just going to use my heat gun, and I'm gonna watch it until that powder turns from not being powdery to make it looks shiny, and you can see it happen. Hopefully you can see that on the video where it is changing. And this is the magic part. Embossing is 100% magic. So I'm gonna do that over there. You don't want to put your paper too close, and you don't want to hold it in one spot too long, because you could actually kind of make your paper burn a little bit. So we don't want to do that. We just want to make sure that all of our pieces are embossed. Okay, so we got our 3 little gingerbread men. They are ready to go, and we are going to just punch them out. The bundle has a punch that matches the 3 characters. We're just going to punch those out. 1, 2. I'm not super excited. I'm not as happy with that guy's mouth right now, but we're gonna go with it because I put my powder away. Okay, so I have my 3 gingerbread men, and we're gonna attach them to the front of our card. And actually, I can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put the middle one, I'm gonna put him flat, I think. I don't want them to necessarily look like they're dancing, but they can look like they're dancing. We'll just do 1 there, and then the other ones I'm going to put up on dimensionals. I'm going to give them a little bit of a layer, a little bit of a depth. That's the word I'm looking for. If you are watching, whether on the live or on replay, let me know what your favorite bundle or stamp set is in the September to December mini catalog. I'm working on some future classes, and I'm sure, 100% sure, that my next November class will be the Sentimental Wishes. If that bundle interests you, let me know. Make sure you sign up for my email list, and I'll include that link, because I will be sending that out in the next couple of days for my November card class that will be Sentimental Wishes. And everybody seems to like that bundle so much. Another one that I was like, oh, I don't know. But it's actually, I really like it now. So serves me right, right? Okay, let's see. I put one here and then one facing kind of the other way. Now, let's see. All right, I have some strips of white. And when I cut a 4 by 5 1/4 panel of white, and I do that a lot for the inside of cards because if there's, I haven't put it on this one, I don't have one handy, but when I cut it, it leaves a 1/2 inch strip. And so I have extras because this is a narrow little stamp, but I'm going to use Wishing You a Holly Jolly Christmas. That's from an old thing this side up because we stamped with our block a couple of weeks ago, and I just didn't remove that. So we're going to stamp that in red. I'm just going to walk that across my ink pad, which is right next to me. I guess you should be able to see that. Okay, and then I've got my 1/2 inch wide strip, and I have it still long, so that way I can make sure it's centered. Okay, so I have the writing. Okay, and I didn't, yes I did. Actually, I'm not really excited. Let's do that again, just to be sure. Okay, I'm gonna do it at the other end so you can't see it. There we go. Hopefully that one works. That's why I had a long strip ready to go. Okay, now I'm just gonna take my paper snips and I'm gonna eyeball it. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but I'm gonna make the length about the same on each side with the writing. And then let's use dimensionals. We're going to pop that up right on the front. I think I got ink on the tip of my finger because it looks like I bled on my dimensional back. No bleeding today. The last 2 days I have used the Real Red and White Baker's twine, and my husband keeps finding pieces on the kitchen floor. And he cleaned them up yesterday, and then I did a video again last night, and then he found some more, and he was like, are you serious right now? So I'm not using Real Red and White Baker's twine. He will be super excited to know that. So if you see him, you can ask him how much he loves Real Red Baker's twine. Okay, now I have my words. Now it needs just a little bit of oomph, I think. It needs just a little bit. So let's pull out the Real Red and White Peppermints. And I have not used these for a class yet. I've just been using these online, and they are awesome. Everybody loves them though, and so they're still unavailable, but I keep showing you the projects because if I wait to show you until they're available, no one will be able, they won't know that they need them. So I'm showing them. They're supposed to be back the week of November 18th. If these are something that you like and you love, let me know. I will let you know as soon as I see that they're available. All right, I'm going to use the teeny tiny ones. They're small, medium, and large. I'm going to use the small ones, and we're going to give this guy some buttons. His plain white buttons are going to be peppermints, and they're a little bigger than his buttons are inked, but we can line them up and it will not show those. Okay, there's one. We've got a whole package here. We're going to just give every gingerbread guy, we're going to give them each 3 peppermint buttons. I'm using my Take Your Pick tool because that's the easiest way for me to pick them up since they're so tiny. Aren't they cute? Okay. It's Sunday afternoon. My son's gone to football kicking practice. He's the kicker for his high school team. My husband's washing his car. It's quiet in the house. And after this, I might just sit down on the couch and snuggle up and watch TV. Or I have some Halloween projects I think I'm going to do. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. But anyway, here we go. We have our little gingerbread guys who have their peppermint buttons. And that is today's project. We've embossed. We use Sweetest Star bundle and the Real Red and White Peppermints, along with the Take a Bow paper. I'm going to make a bow coming up in the next day or two, so be sure to watch for that. We have 4 more days of 31 projects in 31 days, and I can't wait to see you back again tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be at 2 o'clock Central Time, so I will look forward to seeing you. Thanks for joining me.